Okay, so this is grade 12 applied, lesson 2 of the probability unit. So this is probability using counting methods. So let's go right into an example here. So Jamal, Ethan, and Alberto are all competing with 7 other boys to be on the school track team. So all the boys have an equal chance of winning the trial race. So determine the probability that Jamal, Ethan, and Alberto will place first, second, and third in any order. It doesn't matter the order. Okay, so in total we have 10 runners. So the total ways that all 10 could finish would be 10 choose 3. So that's 120 ways, and total ways that the 3 could finish, like 1, 2, and 3, like first, second, and third. So 3 choose 3, which is 1. So the probability that the 3 finish in the top 3 is 1 out of 120, or 1 over 120. Okay, so example 2. Blake has 3 children at home. Determine the probability that at least one of Blake's children is a boy. So the total ways that we could have boys and girls is 2 times 2 times 2, or 8 variations on that. So now we have basically 3 cases here. 1 boy, 2 girls, 2 boys, 1 girl, and then all 3 boys, 0 girls. So 1 boy, 2 girls is 3 choose 1, 3 ways. 2 boys, 1 girl is 3 choose 2, 3 ways. 3 boys and 0 girls is 3 choose 3, or 1 way. So in total, we have 7 ways to have at least 1 boy. So the probability is 7 out of 8, because that was our total variations. All right, go to the next page, and we'll look at example number 3. So Tom spells out the word basketball on lettered tiles. So what happens then? He turns the tiles upside down, mixes them up, and the contestant flips them over. And if they arrange them in the right order and spell basketball, they win season tickets. So what we want to do is we want to determine the probability that the contestant will win. So the number of ways to arrange the letters. Now, if you remember this from the previous one, 10 letters in total, right? So that's 10 factorial. And then why are we dividing by this? Well, these are all the repeats, right? B. So these are the repeats, like B for the basketball, right? A, and whatever the other one, is L, that's what it is. So we end up with 453,600 ways. And there's only one way to win. So the probability of winning is 1 out of 453,600. Very, very low probability. Okay, so example 4. So there are 18 bikes in Marnie's spinning class. The bikes are arranged in 3 rows of 6. So 6 friends each call the gym to reserve a bike. And what they want is they hope to be in the same row, but they cannot request a specific bike. So determine the probability that all 6 friends will be in one row. That's one part of the probability, with Allison and Franco on either end. So there's quite a big question here. So the number of ways to seat all 18 bikes is 18 factorial. Now, if you plug that into your calculator, it's a really big number. So we'll use it later on for calculations, but you don't need to write it down. The number of ways to seat 2 friends, so Allison and Franco at either end, right? That would be 2 pick 2, right? And then number of ways to seat the other 4 friends is 4 pick 4. And then we still have all those other bikes. We got to fill them up with 12 people. So the number of ways to seat the last 12 people is 12 pick 12. Now, we have to multiply by 3 because there's 3 rows there. So what is the probability that they're all together with Allison and Franco in the ends? Well, that's 3 times all those probabilities above multiplied together and then divided by 18 factorial, because that's the total amount. So we get a really, really small number. If we figure it out, it's 0.00108%. So a very, very small probability that they'll be seated together with Allison and Franco in the end. Okay, so that concludes lesson 2.